Now that we have all the demo done and we're getting started on the plumbing and electrical, you can kind of see what we had behind the walls. And this is why I said to be super careful cutting through the drywall and the way that you do the demo. The plumbing is just right up against where the drywall was. In terms of electrical, we have one wire coming in from the back corner. It goes by this light down over here through where we're going to have a pocket door. Our plan includes taking out the current location of the toilet. We're going to install a shower there. There used to be a vanity right here. That's where we're going to put the toilet. We had a hot and cold line that went to the old shower, and so that's where the new vanity is going to go. This is one of those studs that is just completely blown apart. I don't honestly know why they did this. We're going to be putting a vanity up against this, so if we try to screw the vanity to the wall, the screws have nothing to hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a 2x4 channel right here, and then I'm going to slide a stud in here. That way I don't have to move any of this existing electrical. Let's see if we can get this in there. Wires still work. We're tight here. That looks real good. I'm very happy with that. Another code required thing that we have to address here is anywhere that they drilled for the wires, all of these need to be filled with a fire block foam. This happens to be from DAP. I haven't tried their fire block. It's all I could find up here locally. So let's give it a shot. Not totally happy with it because it seems really brittle. As opposed to the other, it can give a little bit. So I'm just breaking these back and cutting these back so that the rock wool goes in there a little bit better. So we're going to go ahead and get started insulating these exterior walls and this wall between the bathroom and the living room. We're going to use rock wool. It's great for sound deadening. It gives you a fire rating, and it also is water repellent. So if this stuff gets wet, it won't get all moldy and disgusting like fiberglass. The rough opening for the pocket door needs to be 61 inches. And that actually means this stud needed to be my support stud. So I do need to trim that back down 7 inches from the top. And then I can install the stud on the other side, and my rough opening will be about the right size. Now that I have the beam assembled, I'm going to go ahead and put it in place, which is a little easier said than done. I found that this has a little sag or bow in it already. We got to fix that. We're going to put this beam into its pocket on the right hand side first, push it in all the way, and then we're going to carefully get this in there using the left one as a support. Now that we have most of our rough end done, we can get started with the drywall. This corner is one of our more important corners in this whole bathroom. It's where the two walls and the shower will come together. We're using a product by Polymarm. It's a large acrylic sheet, so there won't be any grout lines or anything to clean up, which would be great. But that means these two corners need to come together perfectly square. So this wall is off by over 3/4 of an inch at the bottom, and that's going to be a problem. I'm going to use these little drywall shims to pack it out. Because this bathroom is so cramped, I went ahead and got most of the boards up. I went vertical with all the sheets just because of the size of the room, and we have more than 8 feet high. The other thing I did is I made a template. And the reason why I did the template instead of measurements is I know that none of this is level. The template was my quickest, easiest way to do it. So that's how I did that. Now you see where this tight space makes it even more fun. Now that we have all the drywall up, it's time to mud. When you get mud, it's going to be a little clumpy in the box, so you actually need to mix it up before you use it. Now the other thing you're going to do is actually thin it. So just grab some water and just thin it out a little bit. Just kind of mix it in and get the whole mix to be kind of a pancake batter consistency. If you do this right, you'll have much smoother walls, much better finish. Everything will be easier to work with. To apply the mud, put some on the side of our knife. You want to get this whole joint covered. Point is really to make sure this crack is filled completely with mud so that when we put our tape on, it has something to bed into. You're going to take your fiber mesh tape. This is made by Fiberfuse. You want to center that over your crack. If you can't see the crack because you put a lot of mud in there, you can touch it with your finger, see where it is, and then get that centered on there. And then at the bottom, you just use your knife, Just cuts right off. Sometimes mistakes happen. This hole was pre-cut for my outlet, but I had the factory edge going the wrong way, which meant that I'm left with this little patch to do. We finished up all the skim coating and the drywalling ready for primer. I went ahead and did a level 4 finish. It's pretty good. It's definitely level 4. It's not quite a level 5. These walls are only green board currently because we need to apply the water membrane to it for where the shower goes. Next, we'll be tackling the bathroom fan so we can keep the moisture out of here and problems away for the future.